Now, listen, you guys, some call it throwing shots and I call it looking for attention. Some call it competing, but I call it homage because how can you compete where you don't even compare? Now, Bongo 2 is back at it again, trying to compete with Nicki Minaj, trying to do everything that she has done for the VMAs and seemingly throwing shots at her as well. And we're going to be discussing about that as well as Ice Spice seemingly pandering at the Transformer. Or really, did they forgive each other? Now we're also going to be talking about Riot and Ice Spice on the red carpet, as well as Spice coming out here with Lola Brooke. We're also going to be discussing about whose grandfather is out there dropping dentures whilst they're out there trying to shade 50 Cent. Now these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Bongo 2 and her wanting to be Nicki Minaj. Now, this level of obsession I have not witnessed since the Transformer tried to look like Nicki Minaj, tried to change her face into Nicki Minaj. Now, this is another Nicki Minaj obsession that is actually coming. And the fact that people don't even want to acknowledge it is very worrisome, okay? Because it seems like she's trying to relive Nicki Minaj's 2023. That's exactly what's happening. From basically hosting and performing at the VMAs, because when you look at it, when you look at the catalog and the amount of work, that is put in for somebody to actually be able to host VMAs, and when you look at Bongo 2 trying also to host VMAs, that absolutely does not make any sense. That's number one. Number two, it seems like now she's trying to come up with a big difference moment because one would wonder his and Bigfoot happened way earlier in the year and Bongo 2 decided not to address this entire thing, and all of a sudden she sits in an interview with Billboard. She starts talking about the Nicki Minaj beef, acting like she has amnesia, she doesn't know what the beef is about. And I'm just like, imagine like the calculativeness of it all. Imagine, like, they literally sit down and say, oh, wow, so we are strategizing. They study Onika. Now, personally, as an artist, if people are making me study somebody that I'm claiming to be on the same level with, or somebody that I'm claiming is jealous of me, like, that's insulting. Like, if I were an artist and my label would make me do things like that, I would absolutely find offense. Okay. So after she then started trying to rekindle the conversation around the beef with Nicki Minaj, she decided to drop a song. And in the song, she's literally reiterating what she was saying, in that interview. That just goes to show you how calculative they are as a people. She said, beefing with yourself, you do not exist in my world. She said, I can't help that I'm that girl. They be talking, I do not care. And then she said, beefing with yourself because you do not exist in my world. And that's exactly the same sentiments that she was out there echoing in that Billboard interview when she said she doesn't even know what the problem is with Nicki Minaj. Like, imagine curating an interview to say the same thing that you're gonna say on a song. And I'm thinking this is a song that she's gonna be performing, at the VMA and try and have a big difference moment. I'm just like, this has to be embarrassing. Like, I know that shame is not your forte. I mean, given that you were out there laying down with your, with your friends' men and allegedly men that used to deal with, I don't want to disrespect the late, but you know what I'm saying? I know that shame is not a forte, but at some point, I mean, even some things have to be beneath you. Like, seriously, what is this? And I know at this point, Nicki Minaj is probably laughing. And this is laughable if you ask me, because your life, you're centering your career around Nicki Minaj. Imagine to get clout for the VMA gig that you got from the back door, you need Nicki Minaj. There is no denying at this point that she runs the game. The fact that she sat with Shannon and you could tell that they were tiptoeing this entire Nicki Minaj conversation. But when you want to sell the VMAs, whose name do you drop? Nicki Minaj. Just still goes to show you that she's mother to you, unfortunately. And for people who think that this is her trying to compete, this is not her trying to compete. In my own opinion, this is her paying homage, because if you're going to do everything that somebody has done by the exact book, That's not competition. You're just following what they did. In other words, you're paying homage. That's what I think. That's how I'm looking at it. If anything, I feel like Nicki Minaj should really be flattered because I mean, anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, I told you previously that one thing Paprika Spice is going to do is stay in people's comment sections and liking people that she has shaded in the past. Okay, because tell me why people are noticing that Paprika Spice was out there liking the Transformers previous picture on Instagram. After dissing her, you're moving around like, is this girl okay? Is everything okay up there, upstairs? Like, what's happening with that? I don't even understand, you guys. Like, honestly, I do not get it. I don't get it. You unprovoked decided to diss this girl, and now you're in her comment section again. But then, knowing the Transformer, I wouldn't be surprised if she has forgiven Ice Spice already. Because one thing about the Transformer is she will take any and everybody that seems to have a fallout with Nicki Minaj. And I think Put and Pondering yesterday, when he was addressing the Transformer, he really did say that she has a habit. If somebody has something negative to say about her, or if somebody is dragging her, she makes an effort to befriend that person in the hopes that, well, once they become friends, then they will stop talking about her in a negative way. She does that with bloggers, even. She does that with the likes of Azalea Banks, just like what Pot and Pondering was saying yesterday. And I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if she's out there kumbayaring with Ice Spice, anything to make it look like she's the girl's girl, anything to make it look like, well, at the end of the day, everybody falls out with Nicki Minaj, but they still hang with her. I will not put it past her, because at the end of the day, that's all she has. She still needs to hold on to that entire, oh, I'm a girl's girl persona. The same thing with Bongo too. But like, how long? This is why people get depressed, because how long are you going to pretend and fake things just so people can view you in a certain way when you know that it's toxic? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let me know what you think about Paprika Spice staying in the Transformers comment section. That being said, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Paprika Spice and Riot. They graced the red carpet together yesterday. And of course, people are talking about the pictures that they took. People are feeling like, well, Paprika Spice is just using Riot, because at this point, there's nothing other than the Cleopatra situation that people are talking about when it comes to hair. And really, for the first time after the Cleopatra thing, that's when she sort of started posting Riot, posing with him, seemingly claiming him. And now they're doing the red carpet together, looking like a couple. So people really do feel like that's her trying to clean up an image, trying to give people other things to talk about, except the Cleopatra situation, the Cleopatra situation. I'm sorry, you guys, bear with me when it comes to that name, but you get what I'm referring to. And personally, I agree with those people, because now it's very much giving calculated. But unfortunately, we've heard for a long time that, well, the two of them actually mess with each other. I mean, the Baby Storm girl actually spoke about it. So the relationship is not really a wow moment. It's not like a big reveal, if you ask me. And some people were coming in saying that, well, it's giving Nicki Minaj and Safari. And I'm like, if I catch you in the comment sections comparing this mess to Nicki Minaj, and if I catch you in these streets comparing Safari to Riot, if anything, Ice Spice is the Safari in this situation, because it seems like Riot does all the work. I'm just kidding, you guys. But anyway, let me know what you think about the couple pictures of the two of them, on the red carpet. And the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we are going to be talking about Spice. It seems like Spice and Lola Brooke were out there performing together, and it seems like they were having a really good time. And one thing about Lola Brooke, Don't Play With Me, will always, for me, I think like that's one song that I will always applaud, that I will always dance to, no matter what year it is. That was a big one. And when it comes to her following up such a great song, can be really challenging, because that was a well-made song, well put together song. So yeah, I will just insert a snippet of the two of them hanging together. I love to see that. I feel like look at me, I'm saying Ice, I want to say Spice. I feel like Spice, when it comes to live performances and anything related to carnivals or like performing in front of a large crowd, I feel like that's a vibe. Okay,
blood clot. That is it.
Brooklyn, you're gonna be the first to hear the song with me and Lola Brooke. Are you ready?
Anyway, the next thing that we're gonna be talking about. Look at me laughing before I even tell you. Dame Dash. Oh my God. When I saw the video, you guys, I couldn't help it, okay? So he has this little thing going on with 50 Cent. So he decided to go on live and address 50, and something unexpected happened. His dentures fell from his mouth. From his mouth. Oh my God. The dentures fell, you guys, and I just could not help it. Like, I really could not help it. That's when I discovered that I'm a very silly person, because it was so hilarious for me. It reminds me of that scene from who watched Growing Up Hip Hop here? When Fat Joe's son, he had a teeth situation as well, when his teeth fell out. And he was trying to be GA. I'm just like, listen, let me just insert this, you guys, and you see for yourself, how exactly this happened. And yeah.
Okay, with homie, if you want to work, we could work. I'm never mad at generals linking up. So again, I wouldn't even have acknowledged him if I didn't think he was worthy of an opponent. A lot of acknowledge him, but 50. Oh yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. See if I'm the real deal. Real deal.
Well, there you saw that, you guys. There you saw Dame Dash basically embarrassing himself. Do you think that 50 Cent is going to respond to this, or he's just going to let the man cloud himself? Because I do not even want to begin to imagine what 50 Cent is going to do to this man. I don't want to. I really don't want to. You could have your dentures fall out when you're out there trying to be shady towards someone. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Beyonce. It seems like she decided to share a couple of pictures celebrating her birthday. I don't think that we did wish her a happy birthday on this channel. Happy belated, to Beyonce. She is turning 43, and more life to her. And I feel like it's a blessing to be able to age like this, contrary to what the internet may want you to believe. Like, the internet recently is just so weird, with people thinking that when somebody turns 40, they're old, they're not supposed to live their lives and things like that. And I'm just looking at people like, where is this standard coming from? Like, growing old is actually it's a gift from God, seeing how everything is going with people are passing away prematurely. So now, interesting enough, I never saw anybody when it comes to Beyonce saying that granny this, granny that. Yet the woman is turning 43. She's actually older than Nicki Minaj, but it's Nicki Minaj that they want to label granny. It doesn't even make any sense to me. That was rather interesting for me to watch. That when it's Beyonce, it's wow, yay, she's aging, oh my God, hallelujah, let's be happy. But when it's Nicki Minaj, oh, you're so old, you shouldn't be singing, you should retire. I dislike that a lot. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, I've been wanting to talk about this. I don't know how I've been forgetting. Angela Yee. Now, it seems like Angela Yee actually has a lot of enemies. I did not realize. A couple of days ago, there is a video that she decided to post, a little house tour of her house. I saw it and I wanted to talk about it. I don't know how I forgot about it. And it seems like people were not pleased with the interior designing of the space. People were like, oh my God, for somebody who has had such a loud mouth on radio, your home should be looking better than this. It's haphazard, it's this and that. And I'm just like, I personally am not an interior design guru. Like, that's not my forte. I mean, I just design my house by myself in a way, in neutral colors. Really, that's what I do. I don't do, or I'm not that artistic when it comes to my home interior. Okay, so I will let the interior design gurus out here judge for me. What do you think of this Angela Yee house? I think I'm gonna insert it. Let me know, do you think it's befitting somebody with a big mouth on radio, or do you think that, well, it is not?
My little house.
Well, there you saw that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, April Jones is out there talking about love and hip hop and basically telling us that, well, she did not willingly do the show, that she was doing the show for the sake of Omarion, who is her ex, and things like that. And I'm just like, with April Jones, I feel like Omarion did really cut her deep, because it seems like she can't seem to be over that. Okay, she did all those shenanigans with that other boy, Omarion's friend, on the show and things like that, and Omarion really did not respond, remained unfazed, and she moved on. She started hanging out with Tay, and I don't know what happened with the two of them. They just decided to end it quietly, and now she's back at talking about, oh, I did this for all, oh, I did. Why don't you talk about that boy? What's his name? Fitz. What's his name? The boy that she was running around on Love and Hip Hop with. But anyway, let me just insert what she had to say, and then I will catch you after that.
I first did Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop? Okay. When I first did that, I did that in 2013, 14, believe it or not, because that's when I had my son on TV. The last time you saw me on that show was 2018. Guys, I'm not doing that show. I have moved forward with my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I never wanted to do that show, ever. I did it for all the wrong reasons, because it wasn't really about me. I was doing it for a partner, and that didn't serve me proper. But it served me. But it's okay. So I just say all this to say, these shows were so long ago.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about with Type, I think Zeus is going to get sued, okay? Because, I mean, the way, the direction that everything is just taking is just something else, okay? So it seems like Natalie Nunn is out there posing with somebody else's tooth. A tooth that got knocked out during filming of I guess an episode, and she decided to basically come on the gram to flex about that tooth. Now, tell me, is the world ending? What is this world becoming? Who are these women? Why do they want to embarrass themselves like this? Like, Natalie, just when you think you've seen it all in this earth, in comes Natalie Nunn with somebody else's tooth in her hand. Like, what is this? I just could not believe it, you guys. Like, when do you think Zeus is actually going to draw the line? And do you agree with me that, well, with the way things are turning, at one point, some girls are going to start suing? Because it may be fun and games now, but it only takes somebody who comes in and starts planting ideas in their head to take action against this network, because, what in the world is that? But anyway, let me not talk too much about it. Let me just insert that video of Natalie Nunn flexing and bragging and, filming herself holding somebody else's tooth. That's ew. That is disgusting. Oh my goodness. Well, there you saw that, you guys. If this is not absurdity, I do not know what is. I don't know what the world is becoming. But anyway, that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day, and I keep you updated on what is happening in the celebrity world on Instagram, on Twitter, and about all things trending. Until my next one, see you.
Dear Tooth Fairy, dear Baddies Tooth Fairies, I just want to make sure that I can get a new tooth in the morning. Dear Baddie Tooth Fairies, I'm going to put this under my tooth. I don't want no money. I just want to make sure that I can get a new tooth in the morning.